How many eggs can you safely eat per day? Doctor reveals the shocking truth. For a very long time, the question of how many eggs one can safely consume daily has been a subject of much debate and, frankly, a significant amount of confusion for many people. You might find yourself in your kitchen, gazing at a carton of these humble and seemingly simple foods, pondering this very question. This uncertainty is not a solitary experience. It's a shared predicament that has led to a wide spectrum of opinions. Some individuals advocate for a limit of just 1 egg per day, while others suggest 2. Then there are those who, based on past advice, might recommend avoiding them altogether. On the flip side, you encounter people who are consuming 4, 6, or even a remarkable 10 eggs every single day, reporting that they feel healthier and more energetic than ever. This stark contrast begs the question, what is truly going on? Why is one of the most basic and widely available foods on our planet surrounded by so much apprehension, uncertainty, and what is now understood to be outdated nutritional guidance? The reality is that for a considerable number of decades, the majority of the information disseminated to the public about eggs was, to put it plainly, inaccurate. Today, we are setting out to deconstruct every prevalent myth, to dissect misleading headlines, and to expose every piece of flawed scientific interpretation. Our aim is to provide you with a clear, factually accurate, and medically sound answer to the question that so many people have been hesitant to address directly. How many eggs can you realistically and safely incorporate into your diet on a daily basis? Before we delve into the specifics, if you have a genuine interest in scientific integrity, evidence-based nutrition, and achieving tangible improvements in your physical well-being, I strongly encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Here, you will consistently receive insights and information that are often overlooked or deliberately omitted from mainstream health narratives. And I make you this promise: if you stay with me until the very end of this discussion, the truth about eggs that I am about to reveal is likely to be surprising, and it might very well fundamentally alter your approach to eating for the remainder of your life. Why we're all confused about eggs. To begin with, it's crucial to understand something fundamental that many medical professionals are aware of, but very few take the time to fully explain. The persistent confusion surrounding egg consumption stems from a critical flaw in a vast number of studies conducted between the 1960s and the 1980s. These early investigations were deeply compromised because they failed to isolate the consumption of eggs from other breakfast components. Instead of separating the egg from its accompaniments, these studies would often group the entire meal: eggs, bacon, pancakes, and often processed cooking oils into a single category labeled as an egg meal. Consequently, eggs were unfairly implicated and blamed for health issues that were in reality attributable to the entire breakfast ensemble. It was a classic case of being found guilty by association. In stark contrast, contemporary nutritional research employs far more rigorous methodologies. Modern studies are meticulously designed, precisely controlled, and consequently, much more accurate in their findings. The accumulating evidence from these improved studies is leading to a progressively clearer consensus. Eggs are, in fact, one of the most nutritionally dense and metabolically supportive foods available to us. For the vast majority of individuals, daily egg consumption is not only safe, but can offer significant health advantages. However, before we can definitively answer the question of quantity, we must address another significant issue: the deception that pervades the egg aisle of our grocery stores. The egg aisle deception. When you enter a typical supermarket and approach the refrigerated section where eggs are displayed, you are immediately confronted with an array of labels: cage-free, free-range, vegetarian-fed, natural, omega-3, and organic. The common assumption among consumers is that these labels signify a superior quality of product. However, the unvarnished truth is that most of these terms are primarily marketing ploys rather than reliable indicators of quality or ethical farming practices. Let's break down some of these misleading labels. Cage-free simply means that the hens are not confined to individual cages. This does not imply they are roaming freely. They can still be housed in densely populated barns with limited space. Free range sounds appealing, conjuring images of birds happily foraging outdoors. However, the legal definition often requires no more than mere access to the outdoors, which could amount to little more than a small concrete patio or a briefly opened door. The vegetarian-fed label is particularly surprising to many. Chickens, by their very nature, are omnivores. Their natural diet includes insects, worms, and larvae, which are rich sources of essential nutrients. Feeding them exclusively soy and corn deviates significantly from their natural dietary requirements. And the term natural carries no scientific definition when applied to eggs. It's a vague and unsubstantiated claim. So, what should discerning consumers look for? The gold standard, offering the greatest nutritional benefits and ethical considerations, is eggs labeled pasture-raised and organic. Hens raised in these conditions are allowed to roam freely on grassy pastures, where they can engage in their natural foraging behaviors, consuming a diet that more closely resembles what they would eat in the wild. This type of diet translates into eggs that are demonstrably richer in a host of vital nutrients. These pasture-raised organic eggs boast significantly higher levels of vitamin A, vitamin E, omega-3 fatty acids, zinc, selenium, choline, lutein, zeaxanthin, and naturally occurring vitamin K2. In essence, an egg produced under these ideal conditions is almost a distinct food product compared to conventional eggs, offering a substantially more potent nutritional profile. What makes eggs a nutritional powerhouse? Let's delve deeper into the remarkable nutritional composition of a single egg. Within its unassuming shell lies a treasure trove of essential nutrients. It provides high-quality, complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that the human body cannot produce on its own and must obtain from food. Eggs are also a good source of healthy fats, crucial for energy, hormone production, and nutrient absorption. Furthermore, they are exceptionally rich in choline, a vital nutrient that plays a critical role in brain health, supporting memory, focus, and mood regulation. Choline is also indispensable for liver function and the intricate communication pathways of the nervous system. For our eyes, eggs offer potent antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are scientifically proven to protect against age-related macular degeneration and cataracts, helping to preserve vision throughout our lives. They are also a natural source of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, all of which are integral to various bodily functions, from immune support to bone health. In addition, eggs deliver 2 essential B vitamins that are fundamental for metabolic processes, helping to convert food into energy efficiently. They also contain crucial minerals that are vital for maintaining a robust immune system and achieving hormonal balance. Perhaps one of the most significant advantages of the nutrients found in eggs is their exceptional bioavailability. This means that your body can absorb and utilize these nutrients with remarkable efficiency, far more effectively than from many other food sources. This high level of absorption ensures that you're truly benefiting from everything an egg has to offer. As mentioned earlier, eggs are a preeminent natural source of choline, a nutrient of which a significant portion of the population is deficient. Consuming eggs regularly can effectively address this common deficiency. The only key nutrient that eggs do not provide is vitamin C. This is precisely why pairing eggs with a variety of colorful vegetables, which are rich in vitamin C, creates a perfectly balanced and nutritionally complete meal. This simple dietary combination maximizes nutrient intake and ensures that your body receives a comprehensive spectrum of essential vitamins and minerals. The great cholesterol lie. Now, we must confront the most persistent and, for decades, misleading piece of nutritional advice: the notion that eggs are dangerous due to their dietary cholesterol content. This has been the elephant in the room, the primary reason for the widespread fear and avoidance of eggs. However, modern scientific understanding has completely reversed this long-held belief. The truth is far more nuanced and, frankly, liberating. Your liver, a remarkably industrious organ, is responsible for producing approximately 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol every single day. This internal production is a tightly regulated process. When you consume dietary cholesterol from foods like eggs, your liver intelligently responds by reducing its own production. Conversely, if your dietary intake of cholesterol decreases, your liver steps up its production to meet your body's needs. This elegant feedback loop ensures that your overall cholesterol levels remain remarkably stable. But here's the most astounding revelation, the one that has turned decades of advice on its head. For the vast majority of people, the dietary cholesterol found in eggs does not significantly elevate their blood cholesterol levels. So, if dietary cholesterol isn't the culprit, what is? The primary drivers of elevated LDL, often referred to as bad cholesterol, are far more insidious. Excessive sugar intake, consumption of refined carbohydrates, systemic inflammation, the use of oxidized cooking oils, often found in processed foods, and chronic stress. Eggs, therefore, were never the problem. Cholesterol itself is not a villain. In fact, it is an indispensable repair molecule. Your body relies on cholesterol for a multitude of critical functions. It is a fundamental building block for every single cell membrane in your body, essential for maintaining cellular integrity and function. It plays a pivotal role in the synthesis of vitamin D, which is crucial for bone health and immune function. Cholesterol is a precursor for the production of vital hormones, including sex hormones and stress hormones. It is also necessary for the creation of bile acids, which are indispensable for the efficient digestion and absorption of fats. Furthermore, cholesterol is actively involved in repairing damaged tissues throughout the body. Therefore, to blame cholesterol for arterial damage is akin to blaming firefighters for starting fires. They are actually there to manage and repair the damage caused by the fire. This fundamental misunderstanding of cholesterol's role has led to decades of unnecessary dietary restrictions and unwarranted fear surrounding perfectly healthy foods like eggs. How many eggs can you safely eat per day? After meticulously dissecting the prevailing myths and understanding the science, you're undoubtedly eager for a definitive, clear-cut answer to the central question: how many eggs can you safely consume each day? While I firmly stand by the principle that you can eat as many eggs as you desire, provided they are consumed within the right dietary and lifestyle context, it's imperative to adopt a tactical approach. Your individual health profile represents the most crucial context of all. Based on the most robust and landmark research available for the general population of healthy individuals, studies consistently demonstrate that consuming up to 3 eggs per day is not only safe, but often confers significant health benefits. Furthermore, when integrated into a diet that is rich in whole foods and low in refined sugars, this number can safely increase. Let's break this down on a person-by-person basis to provide more specific guidance. For the average healthy adult, the sweet spot for daily egg consumption is generally considered to be between 2 to 3 eggs. This range is safe, highly nutritious, and represents a smart dietary choice. If you choose to increase your intake to 4 eggs, you are likely enhancing your consumption of those critical fat-soluble vitamins and antioxidants that we discussed earlier, further boosting your nutritional status. For athletes and highly active individuals, your body operates as a remarkable rebuilding machine, constantly repairing and synthesizing muscle tissue. Consuming 3 to 6 eggs per day can serve as an exceptionally effective source of bioavailable protein, perfectly supporting this demanding physiological process of repair and muscle growth. In this context, listening to your body's natural hunger signals becomes particularly important for individuals with normal LDL cholesterol and low inflammation. This group represents those who are metabolically healthy. If your blood work is consistently good and you exhibit low levels of systemic inflammation, then consuming 3 to 6 eggs daily can be a powerful tool for enhancing your well-being. Eggs contribute significantly to satiety, helping you feel full and satisfied, thereby supporting stable energy levels throughout the day. They can also be a fantastic ally in achieving your body composition goals, whether that involves weight management or muscle gain. For older adults, sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, is a significant health concern. Eggs provide a superior source of high-quality protein that is essential for combating this decline. Consuming 2 to 3 eggs per day is a highly recommended, easily digestible strategy for preserving muscle mass and ensuring adequate overall nutrition as you age. For individuals with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, eggs are an ideal food choice for these conditions due to their virtually zero carbohydrate content. They do not cause a spike in blood sugar levels. Instead, they act as a stabilizing force in your diet. Starting with 2 eggs per day is a great foundation, and 3 eggs per day are perfectly safe, provided your overall diet is consistently low in refined carbohydrates and sugars. Eggs help you feel full without contributing to the blood sugar roller coaster. For individuals with high cholesterol, this is the group most frequently asking about egg consumption, and it's where applying real science is paramount. For the majority of individuals, consuming 1 to 2 eggs per day has been shown in studies to have no increased risk of heart disease. However, the critical action here is not to restrict eggs, but to focus on reducing the intake of sugar and processed foods. These are the primary culprits that trigger inflammation and arterial damage, the very conditions that cholesterol is tasked with repairing. It's essential to attack the root cause of the problem, not the molecule that is trying to fix it. For children, growing bodies require nutrient-dense foods to support their rapid development and energy needs. 1 egg per day provides a stellar nutritional foundation. For active and growing children, consuming more than 1 egg can be perfectly appropriate to meet their increased energy demands and developmental requirements. And yes, to directly address the phenomenon observed in some communities, particularly those following low-carb and ketogenic diets. There are indeed individuals who consistently consume 6, 8, or even 10 eggs per day and report thriving health. Their secret lies in the fact that their dietary pattern has eliminated the true drivers of chronic disease: sugar, inflammatory seed oils, and highly processed junk foods. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that there are exceptions, and this advice is not a universal prescription. If you have been diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder like familial hypercholesterolemia, where your body's ability to regulate cholesterol is fundamentally impaired, you must consult with your doctor for a personalized plan. Similarly, if you have a confirmed egg allergy, this dietary advice naturally does not apply to you. Most importantly, the benefits discussed assume you are consuming high-quality eggs, preferably pasture-raised and organic, and that your overall diet supports metabolic health. Eating 10 eggs alongside a plate of greasy fries and a sugary soda represents an entirely different dietary scenario and will yield vastly different results. Therefore, it's vital to identify your specific dietary group, start with the recommended baseline, and remember that the egg itself is not the dietary problem. Rather, it is a nutrient-rich solution that we have long been seeking to understand. Who should be cautious? While eggs are incredibly safe and beneficial for most people, there are specific circumstances where a degree of caution is warranted. These include individuals with diagnosed egg allergies, which is an obvious but important consideration. Secondly, those with severe genetic lipid disorders, such as familial hypercholesterolemia, which is quite rare, should consult their healthcare provider for personalized advice. Individuals who have undergone gallbladder removal or experience significant fat digestion issues might also need to proceed with care. In such cases, it's advisable to start with just 1 egg per day and gradually increase the intake as tolerated. Lastly, people who are sensitive to histamines should be mindful. For them, it's best to consume eggs cooked fresh, and to avoid reheating them, as histamine levels can increase with storage and reheating. If you fall into any of these categories, it's strongly recommended to consult with your healthcare provider before exceeding 2 eggs per day. The healthiest ways to eat eggs. The method by which you cook your eggs can significantly influence their overall health impact. Certain cooking techniques can degrade beneficial fats and nutrients, while others preserve them. The most beneficial cooking methods include soft-boiled, hard-boiled, poached, and over-easy. Gentle scrambling over low heat is also an excellent option. When scrambling or frying, using healthy fats like butter or olive oil over low heat is advisable. Conversely, there are cooking methods to avoid: excessively high heat, cooking eggs until they are browned and crispy, using refined vegetable oils for cooking, and overcooking the yolks to the point where they become dry, crumbly, and gray. The reason for these recommendations is that high temperatures can damage the delicate fats found in eggs and lead to the oxidation of cholesterol, transforming a perfectly healthy food into a less beneficial one. The ideal egg yolk should remain soft, moist, and a vibrant golden color, rather than turning a dull gray or exhibiting a chalky texture. Simple daily egg plan. Here's a practical guide on how to incorporate eggs into your daily diet based on your specific health goals. For weight loss, consuming 2 to 3 eggs accompanied by a generous portion of non-starchy vegetables is an excellent strategy. This combination promotes satiety, helping you feel fuller for longer, and contributes to the stabilization of insulin levels, which is crucial for effective weight management. For muscle growth, a regimen of 3-2